Hi guys, welcome to another PS Pro tutorial, and today's tutorial we're going to look at the blur tool. And the blur tool is a great way of making your subjects in your images really stand out and actually blurring out as if you're doing it via a camera manually the back end of an actual image. So the image I'm going to use as an example for the blur tool is this one again, me overlooking the beach, and I'm just going to zoom in and you can see here that we've got the grass quite in focus, not really that sharp, but I'm going to just head on over here and I'm going to select the blur tool, and you've got a couple of different settings here. You've got your normal typical layer styles and you've got strength. I'm going to leave it set to 100% maximum just so you can get an idea really quickly of what it is, and I'm going to make sure that I've got a big brush set just so I can get to do the whole of this area, and all I'm going to do is just blur this area of the grass out, and you can see that straight away it's blurring it out as if it was done with exposure on an actual camera. And I'll just get a carry on doing this side as well, and yeah, you can see very simply there you can start then. If I had more of a complex image, I can blur pretty much whatever parts of the image that I want out without actually, well, just by using the brush tool to kind of brush around the actual main subject if I want to keep me as the central focus. Now of course if I was doing the old mug shots, I can just blur my face out as well, and I can keep going, and you can see that's the blur tool. Really simple tool. Don't really use the blur tool that much. I do later on if I'm creating flyers or web banners and things like that, I'll use a blur tool, but for the purpose of this tutorial I'm just going to undo a lot of that, and you can see the kind of things that you can make with it. Now moving on, the next one in the set is the actual Sharpen tool, and this does pretty much the opposite of the blur tool. So it just starts adding more sharp corners onto the actual image, and that's best not to overuse this because it can make your artwork look a little bit pixelated after a while. But you can see by using the blur and the Sharpen tool you can start bringing back and dropping the actual various images just to make them stand out a lot more. And the final one in this set, again another quick tutorial, is the Smudge tool. And what you can do with the Smudge tool is that you can literally, if it was like a wet paint, you can push various parts of the image out. So if I want to give myself a little belly, I can use a Smudge tool very quickly just to do that. There are better ways of making people look quite, you know, unflattering in Photoshop, but really, if I just get it back to the point, the Smudge tool is a bit like if it was a wet canvas that you've just painted. I'm going to kind of bring some of these levels back. You can literally just imagine what it would be like if you were just smudging it. So it's a great effect actually if you want to do caricatures of people, but I think once you start getting your head around it, you can start thinking of how you can use it. So there are three very useful tools that, depending on the kind of things that you're doing, you'll use a lot of. Just to kind of recap, we've got the blur tool, which literally does, as it says on the tin, it can blur out various aspects of the image. You've also got the Sharpen tool, which can help sharpen and crispen up factors of the image. And you've also got the Smudge tool, where you can literally make it look like if it's a bit of a painting, and you can just literally just push the image around and just give it that little smudge effect. Don't really use that too much for web design, but you can have a lot of fun with it, making photos of your friends look really stupid and stuff. So hopefully you've enjoyed this quick tutorial, and I'll see you in another video.